Bush.
Bush.
Today's episode is brought to you by Bush Latte, the lattes of all beer. If you ain't got a beer in your hand, well, you ain't a man.
Hell right.
Anyways, what's up, dude?
What's happening?
What's going on? Let's tell these people what we got going on. This is the first episode of the Tadpole Show. Episode 1. We're starting a new thing right now. We're recording off of our phone.
Yep.
I don't have a camera, and I don't know how to link it up to my microphone on my computer, so we getting it out the mud how we always do. But
we making it work.
What's up, man? Is it Sunday? Is it Monday? I don't know.
It's one of them fucking days.
It might be Tuesday. I know I had work today, so
yeah.
Good enough reason to drink a cold beer.
Come on. I'll drink to that.
I will drink to that.
So, what's been going on, Tadpole?
Man, just work, bro.
Work?
I caught a gray beard in my hair one day, and well, I was just like, I'm getting fucking older, and what am I doing with my life? I hit my quarter life crisis. I turned 25 not long ago.
Shit.
And well, I was just looking in the mirror, and I saw that white hair poking out, and I said, well, something's off. And so I got to thinking, I cuss. I don't know. I was cussing probably 500 times every single day at the old job I was at. So I was just like, well, I got to change something. So I drug up my job, and yeah, I ain't seen no more white hair since then. So
hey, that's one thing about it.
Try to do what we can to stay young. I got my new youth rejuvenating formula. And it's not going too bad. It works pretty good.
Come on, you want to talk about that? What's that?
Well, so my youth rejuvenating formula is if I drink a lot and I pass out, well, I kind of travel back in the time to where I was sober, and all the time in between is just all forgot about. So I don't feel like I aged any.
Come on. So, you was on the radio, huh?
Was on the radio.
Come on. How was that?
Well, going into it, it wasn't too bad. The whole ride up there, I'm like, what if I get nervous, this and that? I'm like, it's going to be easy breezy piece of cake. I walk in and I shake hands with the men and kind of break the ice, get a little conversation going on. We're all good, and we're setting up for the radio. He hands me my microphone, and then he breaks out this camera and puts it on me. And I was like, why do we have a camera? He goes, well, we're going to be on Facebook, dude. And I was like, oh, so this is like Facebook official.
Kind of like a high school relationship, huh?
And yeah, well, so the funny thing about that, I was with my old lady for 5 years before we made it official on Facebook.
Oh,
so
come on.
I don't even think we're married on Facebook yet. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, and they got the cameras rolling on me. And they said, oh, hey, by the way, you're going to be on 2 radio stations in Texas, 2 here in South Louisiana, 1 in Mississippi, 1 in Alabama. And that kind of had that buck fever going, boy.
That'll make that hair on the back of your neck stand up.
I was like, ooh, I did not prepare for this.
Ooh.
So we're sitting there, and he starts asking me this question. The first question he asked me was, why do they call you Tadpole? And, of course, I should have thought about this one. Why do they call me fucking Tadpole?
Where'd Tadpole come from?
Tadpole came from my grandpapa, like I told him, and for the exact reason of why he named me Tadpole, I don't know.
Guess you wasn't a full frog.
I texted my mama, and I said, hey, do you know why grandpapa named me Tadpole? She goes, that's a good question. I never thought about that. I said, well, me neither, but I'm sure they're going to ask me about this one day. And sure enough, they asked me during that interview, and all I know is I wasn't a bullfrog at the time, so he just named me Tadpole.
Well, Tadpole, have you grown into a bullfrog yet?
Nah.
Yeah, we ain't made it that
I
far
still
yet.
be wilding now sometimes.
Yeah.
I be croaking every now and then, though.
Croaking over.
You know what I'm saying? That metamorphosis is happening.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro, what's been up, dude? I ain't seen you in a while. We ain't worked together in a little while.
Yeah.
A couple days. I know you was by last night, but I was 3 sheets to the wind last night.
You was kind of gone.
We had some good music playing. We was snippeting, or whatever you would call it, all these new tracks I have, and
rolling out the mixtapes, huh?
hopefully, oh yeah, boy. So I got this 18-track mixtape right here. It's called Heart of the South LP, if you want to give it a name. All it is just a long playlist of my little EP that I dropped. I guess it'd be more considered an album. I don't know how the names and all that work, but there's 18 songs on here. One remix, which I'll get into that one another day maybe. And then 5 or 6 songs that's been unheard of by the public. I think 4 or 5 people might have heard these songs so far, and that was all the people that came in this room and sat in this room to listen to them. Other than that, there's a couple songs that haven't been heard. I'm not quite sure how to hook that jukebox up to my computer yet so I can play these songs, but it is what it is. We're going to get some good recordings done. Right now I got a couple rough cut versions of these recordings of these songs, but whenever we do get good actual recordings, we're going to get them posted. I might even cut the raw versions. Normally that's what I do, is I'll record a song, and if it's listening quality, I'll go ahead and post it because I don't have the mix and master skills, and I for damn sure ain't got the money to pay for that stuff. And, well, I can only post most of my songs on YouTube because I can't afford those beats. Boy, they would be wanting $300 for beats.
Ooh,
and I'm a fan of making music. That's just what I love to do, is my pastime, or even my full time really. Like yesterday I was making music all day long. It wasn't too bad, but yeah, I just, like I said, 18 songs, you do the math, was 18 times 3. That's a lot.
That's a fucking lot.
So, 18 times 300, and that's just to legally own the beats or whatever, which I'll take some copyright claims. I don't care. I ain't about to make no money off of YouTube anytime soon.
Ain't worried about it.
I mean, if I get a song that starts popping off, you better believe I'm calling Mr. Nani down there, and I'm going to get a loan on my truck, and I'm getting the song done right.
Yeah.
So
gonna get that bitch professionally made.
And I just hope that it pops off again afterwards, so I can pay Mr. Nick back. Can't be not paying bill collectors. Boy, they come and repo your shit.
Yeah, they come after you, huh?
Ask
they
me
track
how
your
I
ass
know.
down.
I went,
done that?
I went and hung out with the man that repoed my truck one night. It was pretty cool. He came to my house, and it didn't register to me, but the day before the bank called and said, hey, you missed a payment on your truck. And I said, well, y'all come get the son of a bitch. Excuse my French. I said, y'all come get it. I'm not paying anything on it, and it's y'all's. Y'all can have it back. I don't want this note. So my dog that's sitting right here, he lets off a good howl one night, and I'm not sure if they tranquilized him or what, but he slept for 2 days. I thought he was just tired, but after I kind of thought about it a little bit, I was like, maybe they gave my dog something and tranquilized him, because he did let off a good howl, which is what got my attention to go outside. And I saw a car out there underneath the moonlight, and I walked out there and I asked him how he was doing and all that. We chit-chatted. I asked him, well, I got to know what you're doing out here on my land. And he says, there is a criminal we're trying to catch. He's supposed to be around this area right now, so I'm just waiting to see if I see him coming. And I was like, well, I hope he don't come in my house, because I'm going to blow his brains out. He said, that's good to know. I dabbed it up with him. I told him, I said, well, good luck trying to catch a criminal, and I'm going my happy ass to sleep. I got work in the morning. Well, my brother was living with me at the time, old Jitterbug.
Old Jitterbug.
And it was his first day of work, and I was supposed to go drop him off of work. Well, he wakes up, and he comes in there, and he grabs me. He says, hey, Gary, where's your truck at? I was like, outside. He goes, oh, I didn't look around back. I said, I was just going to crank it up because it was cold. It was like in January or something when they repoed my truck, so it was cold. He said he was going to crank it up, let it heat up. So I wake up, and now I go drink my pot of coffee, and he comes back in. He says, well, your truck's not in the front yard, the backyard, and your hideout in the woods, because I had a hideout in the woods in case they did come and try to repo it.
I don't think you got to use that.
I didn't get to use it yet. Then. So, anyways, I was like, oh, these raggedy dudes got me. So, yeah, they came and they got my truck, which I still had the keys to that truck, because fuck them.
Yeah, they don't need them.
But the thing that got me was, I told the bank to come and get it. That was in my mindset that they was coming to get my truck. So I never had a truck repossessed, and I was like, well, might as well have one repossessed just to say you had one repossessed. And you can't make it to the top without starting at the bottom.
Come on.
So it'd have been nice though if any of y'all repo men are listening to this, and the dude comes out and talks to you. just be straight up with them. Say, hey, I'm here to get your truck. I don't want no issues. I do have a lethal weapon and I will use it. You know, not that I would have attacked the guy because I really wanted the truck gone for other reasons. But it just sucked, man, because I was living out towards a meeting in a little bitty town called Independence. And I had to drive an hour down to New Orleans to get all of my shit out of there.
Ooh.
So that sucked. I had a whole my truck. I lived in my truck. I mean, I work jobs in my truck, and y'all know if y'all go on the road working. I mean, you live out your truck. You know, you got your underwear in there. You know, change your socks, and there ain't no telling what else. I ended up having I had my money jar in there, which I don't keep money in my trucks no more, but
learned from that mistake.
I had a couple racks in this money jar and this coffee can in there, so I got that out, and I got 2 pistols out and a shotgun out, and then the rest of it, I told them it's y'all's. Y'all do what y'all want with it. I had a truck bed full of trash because I just gutted out a house the day or two before doing some side work. I was doing a little demolition job and filled up my little 6-foot bed full of insulation and all this crap, and it rained, so all that insulation was wet.
It was a fucking mess.
It was a mess back there. I said, it's y'all boys, and I rolled on out.
Let them handle that bullshit.
As a matter of fact, so I just went through and doing some cleaning in this old thing, and I pulled this out of my truck, which I ain't seen this thing in a hot fucking minute. My old school ID, boy. Ponchatoula High School, son. I was a #1 stunner, boy.
Come on, boy. Shit.
Shoot, boy, 120 pounds.
Soaking wet, huh?
Soaking wet. Man, if I go back to them days, I can't get past 200 though. I be keeping a steady fucking balance with myself, so. You know,
I got that sexy board.
You just big.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Nah, I got my days. I float between 190 to 210, depending on the day and what kind of food I eat.
Shit, that was fucking 7th grade.
I be getting on the McGangbang boy from McDonald's. Man, I be picking up that weight. You know,
Yeah.
old McGangbangs, that old processed food, it don't digest
that
in
fucking
tummy.
that fucking lift from the fucking box to the mouth there,
Man,
huh? Doing
boy,
the fucking curls.
I go for one right now. If I ain't had red beans on the stove,
Ooh.
we'd be going to McDonald's. Right? Oh yeah, boy.
Oh yeah.
Got the red beans on the
Fuck
stove.
yeah,
What
them
you
bitches
mean?
smelling good.
It's Monday night, yeah.
Fuck
We gonna
yeah.
say it is.
Yeah, might as well. Fuck it.
There's 1 million people in Louisiana tonight cooking red beans, and I'm one of them.
Fuck yeah.
I got
Be
that
like
old,
that.
I got that old Cajun two-step.
Come on.
Well, I got that
crack.
fire sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hit him with that, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that fucking crackhead at the gas station.
Motherfucker walks up to the truck. We getting out the truck. He walks up. He said, he talked about he's 16 years old, got kicked out of his house, and he's asking for money. Well, old Tadpole tells him if he walks up the road a little bit to the gas station, he might get a little bit more action. And old boy turns around and looks at him and says, I don't want to walk that far.
Say, bro, if you out there, if you watching this and you homeless,
Get
or
a
if
job.
you watching this and you become homeless, we could all become homeless. I mean,
Yeah, it
it's like,
happens.
you know, we on hell on earth. But man, if you want that money, bro, you gotta hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody like me, I got diapers to buy and I got beer to drink. And then on top of that, I'm a rapper, so to say. I've been labeled as a rapper anyways. I consider myself more of an artist. These little things right here ain't cheap.
Nah.
I'm saying I got a $3,000 album out on iTunes and I turned $20 on it. Tell me about investments, come on.
Come on.
So he tells me, I tell him, I said, hey, you might have better luck going down the road to the other gas station. I was like, wait, that's the gas station I normally go to. I was like, let me send him the other way. So I told him to go to the racetrack across the street where it was more populated. The man said, well, I don't want to walk that far. You know, he said he was 16, living on the street.
He said he's 16 and mama kicked him out the house. So he
His
had to
mama
live on
kicked
the
him out
street.
the house. He can't grow a mustache on a beard, poor guy. But I mean, he come walking up, and I don't know, he may have been a new crackhead because he didn't look too bad of a person. Like, you know, he looked like your average person, but he come up doing this number right here, asking for $10, and I told him, I was like, bro, I got enough money for diesel, diapers, and beer. And he said, well, they got an ATM in there. I said, what? I ain't never heard nobody say Hey man, they got an ATM in there. Go give me some cash.
I ain't never heard a motherfucker so desperate to tell somebody they got a
Get
card
outta
machine
here.
inside. Oh, that motherfucker, he's trying to get it in.
Oh yeah, that dude done got
he
smart.
Yeah.
He want them new age homeless people. Oh, you ain't got no cash? We'll go hit the ATM then.
They give you cash.
Hey, get the fuck out of here.
Shit.
You know what I could really go for right now?
What's that?
Small Copenhagen wintergreen.
Old wintergreen.
Yeah, and I know where I got some, but I be trying not to chew tobacco because my teethies be hurting real bad.
Them gums be getting rubbed.
Man,
raw.
if any of y'all kids out there chew tobacco, good luck. That shit hurts when you get older.
Yeah.
I started my 6th grade year. I was going to Problem Sol, junior high up in North Louisiana. Shout out to that Panther Pride, baby.
Of the 12 people that went there.
Well, no, there's 56 kids from 5th to 8th grade. So me and my class of 6, 4 of us were dudes. You know what I'm saying? It was tough luck around there. It's 4 dudes, 2 chicks. It was tough.
Gay sex with a witness?
I mean, I ain't ever rolled like that.
That's what it sounded like.
I had to go to another town to get my girlfriends.
Yeah.
But I stayed popping in Natchitoches when I was popular in Natchitoches. I wasn't real popular where I was at first, and then I kind of grew into the area because I was a new kid or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta learn it.
So my 6th grade year, we had recess in junior high. I don't know if that's the thing that y'all did down here.
Yeah,
or not.
we got it. We got lunch.
But middle school, we had a 30-minute lunch, and then we had a 30-minute recess where we'd go outside and we was too old to be climbing up on the swing sets and the monkey bars. You go across the monkey bars and you touch the ground. It's no fun then.
Yeah. You're just fucking walking.
We had an old live oak tree we would go behind, and some of them old country boys, you know what I'm talking about, the big ones. Like them big heavy set country boys from school. They back there behind this tree fucking chewing this dirt, boy. And I was like, man, what is y'all got? And they gave me some, and instantly I was like, ooh, this thing tingles, boy. It's like when you brush your teeth and you ain't brush your teeth in a couple days. I don't do that no more. When I was a kid, I was bad about brushing my teeth. But that little sting hit your gums, and you're like, ooh, ooh. Or you get some of that gum.
Oh yeah.
You're not supposed to chew gum, so you just tuck it away somewhere. You get that little burn. With that old Copenhagen boy that did that burn, boy.
Ooh.
Man, I'll
give
be
me that
sitting there.
wintergreen burn.
Shoot, I'm talking about. I get a can from one of these boys. I think it was $2 a can back then, and a whole can will last me for a month. I mean, I'm talking about I would dip every single day. I made it a point to chew tobacco.
Yeah.
And
it was daily tradition.
You know, that old 1 can a month turned into about 1 can a day here recently. Had to lay off of it, but
had to back off of it.
I think my uncle was the reason why I started chewing tobacco, and the reason why I didn't chew tobacco when I was younger. I got a hold of his old Dr. Pepper bottle one time when I was a kid. And I didn't know it. I said, man, this is some funny tasting Dr. Pepper. And he stood up. He sat right back down. He just laughed. He couldn't do nothing but laugh. He said, don't drink my Dr. Pepper no more. It's not Dr. Pepper. I said, well, what? I said, well, what is it? He said, that's an adult drink. And I was like, well, here you go. You drink it. Oh, no, I ain't drinking that. I was like, man, you know, whatever.
How bad can it be?
How bad can it be? You said it's an adult drink, and you an adult. So, bottoms
fucking
up,
adult
cuz.
won't drink it. What?
So, anyways, I had a good little break from chewing tobacco, though. Like I said, I chewed tobacco from 6th grade to 8th grade. We got caught because we didn't care at this point. You know, we king of the roost. We had like a K through 8 school, so we're 8th grade. We're top dogs. We didn't give a fuck. We was walking around school fucking chewing tobacco, spitting on the floor, and finally the janitor got tired of cleaning it up. I wasn't the one that spit on the floor. Maybe a couple times.
Allegedly.
I spit on the carpet and rub it in, but that's carpet. You get away with that. But anyways, we had they called it the big drug bust. What it was, there was 26 kids out of the 58 that went to the school that was in junior high. I got caught chewing tobacco. And Man, I always hate bringing up this story because it reminds me of this one kid. He was a troubled kid. He stayed in that trouble, boy. He'd always, if I was in that office getting a paddling, he'd have had 3 paddlings that day.
Shit. Little badass, huh?
Little badass kid. And you know, we didn't hit it off the first couple years, but that 8th grade year we started hitting it off and became pretty cool. It's always funny, man. I run across people, I'm like, you know, the hell with that guy, I'll never talk to him, we won't be cool. And that's normally the one you end up being cool with. But anyways, I was number 14 or number 15 to get caught chewing tobacco, and they wanted me to rat on everybody. So I told on this kid that didn't even chew tobacco. I just didn't like this guy. He was like one of the teacher's
fuck
kids.
this guy.
I mean, I was a teacher's kid. My mom worked there, so it was bad enough for me. But there's another guy who thought that he was like the shit because his mama worked at the school and whatever. So I told on him, and he got in there. He got his paddlings and had to go through the classes with us. But man, I'll never forget that one kid though, boy. Casey Rashell. They caught him in there. I was like, no, man, not him. Like he's doing good this year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We
traded spots. He's getting 1 paddling a day. I'm getting 3 paddlings a day. Like, this dude's actually doing better for himself, you know? So, like I said, me and him was good friends, and rest in peace to him. He passed away a couple years ago, and I traveled out of South Louisiana back to my roots up there in North Louisiana to go to his funeral, and I walked in, and I saw that casket, so I couldn't walk up the halls. I sat in that back pew for a second and paid my respects to the man, and I just had to walk out and leave. I was talking to some of my other people that was from up there that I was kind of cool with, and they asked me where I was. I said, dude, I walked in there, and I couldn't take it. I've been to too many funerals in my lifetime. I'm sorry if you died right now. I'm not coming to your funeral. I mean, the thing is, I'm probably not even going to make it to my own funeral.
You going to show up late?
I'm going to show up late.
Yeah.
No, it's going to be bad. They're going to have to close the casket for me.
Yeah.
I'm not getting buried down here.
No?
Oh, no, boy. Flood come through, my body come floating up. Man,
yeah.
hell with
that.
that.
Some fucked up shit.
It'd be hot.
Hot as
if
fuck.
I'm in the ground, dead, it's cold in the ground.
Yeah. Underneath the dirt, 6 feet up.
I don't want to come up to the surface again where it's hot as hell.
Be baking in the sun. Shit, I did that shit for 2 million years.
Man, get out of here with that. Put me back in the ground. No, take me up to North Louisiana, bury me in the woods where ain't nobody gonna find me, so I can just pop out on some little kids sneaking through there trying to get their first kiss. Boo, nigga, what's up? Hey, man, I'm telling you, dude.
Boo, nigga, what's up?
Boy, Steve Vaughn was talking about that first kiss on that interview with Jelly Roll, man. It had me thinking, who was my first kiss? Man, my first
Go
kiss.
down that road?
I really don't want to.
Yeah.
But I did bring it up.
Mm.
So, my first kiss also happened to be little Timmy's first kiss as well. She made out with me, and then she went and made out with him. I say made out. I think I pecked her on the cheek, and I was like, oh.
Starstruck.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was the first girl I ever kissed besides my mom and cousins and sisters. So it was kind of like, I mean, I'm not saying I kissed my cousins like that. But yeah, I'm from North Louisiana, but I ain't no kissing cousins, you know. Get out of here
Fucking
with
North
that.
Louisiana might as well be Arkansas.
Get the fuck out of here. You fucking East Mississippi boys.
South of I-10, motherfucker. Oh, man.
Gotta catch up to you now.
Come on. Good old bush latte. Oh. Well,
people always knock these old bush lattes. When I was a kid, that's all my Uncle Robert drank. Was old bush latte. Back then it wasn't called a latte. Back then it was just called bush.
It's just bush.
He'd walk in the house and he had that old one glass eye, and he'd walk in. I could imitate it from messing with him. He'd walk in the house and, y'all got any bush? Hey, boy, I taught myself how to give myself that lazy eye just so I could mess with it. Good times. You go down this road right here, Irvin Road, and you're gonna see 30-year-old Bush Light King.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's all he drank. Hey, he'll get on his benders, same as me. I get on that old nasty natties.
Old nasty natties.
I get on them for a little while. Oh, they bad.
Oh, they bad. They is nasty. They show they nasty side.
Hey, look. Whenever you broke, they good.
Yeah, that's about it.
But when you got $20 in your pocket, they not good.
No, they ain't worth it.
Hell no.
Been there, done that. Fucking crossed that bridge. Figured out I don't want to go down it again.
I have drunk a lot of nasty natties in my day.
There's one thing about it. They do stay around.
They do. Let's see, I got one for you.
I got one for you.
This is a quote. On the back of my uncle's obituary. Ain't that what you call these things?
Yeah, it's obituary.
Rest in peace, my Uncle Eddie. He taught me a lot about life. He told me to always clear my search history after I got done watching porn. I was 12. Hey, you know that boy? I had my hands on a computer and he had the World Wide Web on there. What?
Yeah, what? What the fuck you think you gonna do?
Man, I'm 12 years old. Titties.
Bobs.
Alexis, Texas.
Yeah, don't even know who the fuck she is yet. About to find the fuck out.
About to find out. I knew who she was.
Oh, yeah?
My older cousin told me about her.
Mm.
But anyways, on the back of my uncle's obituary it goes, I like thinking big. If you're going to think anything, you might as well think big. And that quote comes from Donald Trump. And my uncle passed away. Literally on the back of his obituary it says, vote Donald Trump 2020. Which, you know, he rests his soul. He probably ended up voting for Joe Biden because he passed away. But that is what it is. That old Trump hat, boy, I got another one right here. Man, Trump 2016. Finally somebody with balls. Come on. Hey, man, I love it. I ain't gonna be able to.
You're gonna have more of a struggle.
We're just gonna set that one right there for now.
Yeah, it can wait till later.
Trump 2020.
Man.
Trump
What this
2024.
This fucking president we got. Dude, that motherfucker.
Oh, bumbling
Yeah. Can't even ride a fucking bicycle.
Man, let's see. So I got this cold beer right here, and the sun just went down, and my dog was licking himself, and the moon itself is pulling itself farther away from Earth. And by the way, the Earth is spinning faster, and the sun just had an explosion. Which he's not capable of making up complicated sentences like that, but I'm also not capable of making enough dumb sentences like he can.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna hop on my bicycle and just fall down somewhere.
Take a video of it.
You know it's like a national landmark now.
Yeah. Wasn't it somewhere in Florida?
I
don't know.
I should have went when I was in Florida. I didn't know it was in Florida.
Yeah.
Though. But I saw a picture the other day. They had 200 bicycles laid on their side, and I was like, "Oh my god!" The Russians are looking at us right now and just laughing their asses off.
They're like, we could attack these motherfuckers right now. Ain't
You know what I'm saying? They're over there in the motherland getting drunk, and
fucked
just
up on vodka,
getting hammered on some Molotov cocktails.
Yeah.
You know, the Russian mafia just saying, "Oh, look at America." That was probably more of a Mexican impersonation.
And their fucking Adidas track shoots and shit, gold
Right.
AKs. I need a fucking AK.
You know it was pretty cool. So whenever this war popped off with Russia and Ukraine,
Yeah.
the president of Ukraine had a North Face jacket on with an AR-15. I was like, this dude is doing it.
Yeah.
Like this is
Got it right.
modern day Call of Duty. You know, I hate that people gotta die, man. I don't know why they gotta have wars. Why can't we all just get along? It don't make no sense, man. Grab a case of beer and just talk it out, dude. That's all you gotta do. If you want the land, well, hell, there's a price for it. You know what I'm saying?
Everything's got a price.
Now, granted, my land, I'm not going to sell. It's not for sale. But somebody else's land is for sale. Goodbye their land.
Yeah. They got realtors. They need jobs.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could buy the national forest for the right price. I don't know. They don't make no money. Who the hell goes to the national forest and pays money to get in there?
Well, shit.
You
that
just
motherfucker
sneak
catches
down
on
a
fire.
dirt Man, they had a $2,000 bounty up there where I'm from because somebody started a fire, and I was like, yeah, I should really call them and get that $2,000. But then I was like, wait, what if, because I had to bail myself out of jail one time, and I was only in jail for a couple.
Tough.
Yeah, I was in jail for a couple hours, and it cost me $900 to get out of there. I kind of
That's the most expensive ass hotel you ever stayed in.
I'm telling you, hey, bro. So They lock us up. They throw me in this cuffs, right?
Yeah.
I got war paint on. I look like a criminal. This was Black Friday. I just got done duck hunting, and I went to academy to get bullets for my guns. And they accused me of stealing. All charges got dropped, by the way. I had no misdemeanors or felonies on my record besides a couple bench warrants from tickets I ain't paid.
Bitch warrants.
So, anyways. I'm walking through academy, right? I'm slammed up in cuffs and all that. And I'm walking through academy. I got war paint just all over my face, man. If I could find my mugshot, I would pay money for it. But I never could find my mugshot. I don't think it ever even got entered in the system. I'm walking through, and you got your Karens looking at you and looking at you all funnier than I will.
Wondering what the fuck you're doing.
I saw my uncle. He didn't see me, but I saw him, boy. Thank God I was wearing that camouflage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they throw me in this cop car, and the bad thing is my buddy's mama was up there at the time. She had to buy 9mm bullets for me because I was too young to buy pistol bullets.
Yeah.
But in my buggy, I had $800 worth of shotgun shells, 30-06, 22s. I had camouflage gear, all kinds of stuff. I think I even bought a new case. Matter of fact, that case you see sitting over there is a camouflage shotgun case.
Yeah.
I went back to the store as soon as I got released so I could buy the case because I really wanted it. And I wasn't supposed to be in there. I got some funny looks by the people there, but anyways.
Yeah.
So they take us to jail and whatnot, and they're booking us. And I'm like, this ain't going to be too bad. Whatever, however long we got to be in here. They're in the common area watching 8 Mile. Well, after the third time you watch 8 Mile, you kind of get tired of it. So they didn't have many movie options, which, if y'all going to donate old movies or something, man, take them to the jail. So help your brothers out.
Yeah, give them something to watch.
It's hard in there. I know these dudes tired of watching 8 Mile in there. So anyways, they was in there watching 8 Mile, and they threw us in the cell, and like I said, dude, it's Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and I think we had a cold snap. And it was cold in that prison, boy. They ain't had the money to turn on the heater, they said, so they gave us a blanket. Man, let me tell you about this blanket now. This blanket was thinner than a sheet of paper. It might as well have been a sheet.
Yeah.
So
fucked up shit.
So I got my blanket, I'm a white boy in this prison in Hammond City. And I'm kind of... It's kind of like starting to hit me like, oh shit, I'm in jail. So I'm glad they locked the gates because I was kind of a little nervous or whatever. But anyways, I go to the bed. I'm going to lay down and take me a nap and enjoy my time. Man, I get to the bed and I get to looking. There's a pile of shit on the bed.
A pile of shit.
Somebody took a dump.
Some Amber Turd shit.
There was Amber Turd on my bed. I had to sleep on the ground, man. That was miserable.
Yeah. Fuck sleeping in that shit, literally.
So anyways, this is the first time in my life I ever have $1,000. I was about to blow $800 on shotgun shells and whatnot. And so I call a Bell's bomb, and now I bail me and my buddy out. It ended up costing like $900. So I was like, I had enough money to get gas, food, and my shotgun case.
Still went back and got that bitch though.
Still did. Man, I'd sneak into that store, bro. So at the time I had short hair, and the thing about it was I was just getting that facial hair, but I couldn't grow out a beard, so I had like the little goatee going on. I ended up shaving off my goatee and my mustache. And so I went and bought a wig from the store, and I put the wig on, and I put some glasses on, like little see-through glasses, but they're kind of dark tinted so I could go in there. And I was just in there. I was getting a shotgun case, and I really didn't go into that store too much after that. But the lady that said, welcome. I didn't feel welcome at all. The lady that says, hey, they're stealing stuff, like kind of walked up to me and looked at me funny. I was like, fuck are you looking at? She goes, oh, I just thought I knew you. I was like, you don't know me.
I ain't never seen you before.
I said, I ain't even from around here.
At least you wasn't fucking lying.
So yeah, man, so I get locked up, and I go to my jail cell, and they never checked us for anything. And like I whip out my phone and whatnot, and they're like, hey, we need that. I was like, I didn't even think about this. I said, I'm in jail. What the fuck am I doing whipping out my phone right now? But the thing about it was, they had one of the dudes walking around trying to order fucking drugs. He said, hey, man, when I get out of here, I need 3 pounds of that shit you had for me last time delivered. I got cash money for you. I said,
Oh.
What the fuck?
Motherfucker rolling in the jail.
Yeah, so we go to jail with one of my partners, and he goes, some dude in the jail goes, "Your daddy know you here?" He goes, "Nope." He goes, "Hang on, I got you." 5 minutes later, he was released. I was like, "Shit, bro, what about us?
Yeah.
What about the white men? We locked up. I don't like this. The hell with this." You know what I'm saying? My partner, good dude, love him to death. He gets out, you know, whatever. That's that story.
Yeah.
Good times. I'm walking. We had to walk from the Hammond City jail back to Academy to get our truck.
That's a good walk.
Well, we ended up calling another one of our buddies, and he met us. But by the time he got to us, we was down near at the mall.
Yeah.
But it wasn't too bad. My dad called, asked me how I was doing. I was like, well, he called. He says, "I was trying to get a hold of you this morning to see if you wanted to go up to North Louisiana with us." And I was like, "Yeah, well, where you at?" And he told me that he was passing Opelousas, getting on I-49. Shout out to I-49. That's a hell of a road, boy. It's the only interstate in Louisiana you can do 90 miles per hour legally. I think the speed limit is like 85.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
It's up there.
Yeah.
And,
That's how you know you're getting close to Texas.
Yeah. He goes, "Well, what you doing?" I said, "I'm just walking through Hammond right now." He says, "What, you just want to take a midday stroll?" I said, "Well, I just got out of prison." He said, "What?" He said, "What were you doing in jail?" I said, "They try to say I killed somebody. You know, I was just making up stuff at this point."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "All right, now you bullshit. What you did?" I said, "Man, they try to say I was stealing stuff." But out of it all, I paid $900 to get bailed out, and I went to court, and they said all charges were dropped. And I was like, "Do I get my money back?" And they said, "Oh, no, honey. That's in the bailsman's pocket. You got to talk to them. They came and bailed you out."
Yeah.
It's like, I don't understand how all this works.
I just want to be free.
So, if somebody out there is in the legal system, please let me know. So my bail, it was like $1,500 each. I ended up paying $900 for both of us to get out. I don't understand
That's pretty fucking steep.
Where the rest of the money go? Like,
I think they cover it.
But like, so how did they get money out of this deal? If they're paying $500 for me to get out of jail, or $600 for me to get out of jail, and I only give them $900, or they're paying $1,500 for me to get out of jail, and I only paid $900.
Yeah.
Well, split between $900 split between two ways, whatever number that is. Are they coming out $1,000? Are they just that good of people?
No, ain't no way.
So.
No.
Nobody's that good.
You ain't running a successful business.
If my son goes to jail, he's got to stay there. I'm sorry, boy.
You ain't gonna cover him.
He gonna have to learn that lesson.
Yeah, he gonna have to sit it out. He gonna have to ride the bench for a little bit.
If I ever go to Mexican prison, boy, I'm screwed.
Shit.
My mama told me I got one phone call. My old lady told me I got one phone call. And I guarantee you, if I ever go back to jail, I'm not using that phone call. I will save that phone call till I'm dead.
Yeah. Let's save it till you really.
I'll let it roll over to my son like his minutes on an old track phone.
You gonna laugh your ass off whenever you're rewatching this shit.
Dude, I'm gonna love it. So, the main reason why I ever got into music was so I can document my life.
Yeah, you can tell your story.
So, when I was younger, man, I watched The Notebook. But shout out to that movie, man. That's a good movie, but it's a very sad story. I know a lot of y'all out there have seen The Notebook. If you haven't, your old lady's seen it. Or your mama's seen it. You never seen it? So, it's a love story and whatnot. It's kind of gay. I don't care. I don't care for love stories. But the dude has Alzheimer's, and his wife has Alzheimer's. So, he's reading this book that he wrote about their life, and she loves it so much. For some reason, she can only remember the guy telling her the book, whatever, which is not really how Alzheimer's works.
It's just how it worked in the movie.
Yeah. My grandpapa had Alzheimer's, and I miss that man. But he had me thinking, nobody in my family has really reached that age to have Alzheimer's besides my grandpapa.
Mm-hmm.
My great-grandpa, he was, I don't know, 90s maybe. he was up there. He fought in said he fought in World War II. I don't know if he was yanking my leg or not. He said he snuck into World War II, but he fought in Vietnam and whatnot. So he's a true American hero.
Hell yeah.
And one day, yeah, he had Alzheimer's for 2 years, and every time I'd go talk to him, I was a stranger. He could only remember he could remember whenever my grandparents and them was younger. Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're still good. I don't know why I thought about that, but I'm glad I did. Yeah, we're still good.
He could only remember my grandparents whenever they was kids, so every time they had to remind him or whatever. But one day I get a phone call and he told me, he said, "I love you, boy. I'm proud of you." I was like, "I love you too, Grandpapa. How you doing today?" He says, "I'm doing good." He says, "I want to thank you for coming by and talking to me as much as you did, even though I didn't remember you then." He said, "I remember you now, and I'm proud of the man you're becoming." This was like my 6th or 7th grade year. I was like, "Thank you, Grandpapa. I love you too." Well, I was dealing with a real bad death. I lost a really good friend, and it was the first friend I lost when I was younger. And rest in peace to this poor girl. She was a really good person. They say the good die young, but she was a really good person. So I was dealing with that, and then get on out of here now.
Having a cat fight out there. What the fuck?
Get off me, devil. Okay, anybody want a cat? It's free. You can have it. I'll pay you to take it. So my grandpapa calls me and tells me he loves me and he's proud of me, and I find out later on that night that he passed away.
Damn.
And it just, I don't know. That's kind of what sparked the, that's whenever I had a flip phone then, so it had a camera on there, so I was always taking pictures and videos and whatnot. And that's whenever I was like, I need to record my life. Or whenever I get old, if I have Alzheimer's, I want a good show to watch. So I'm trying to give myself a good show for when I'm old. Even if I don't make it to that age, I know young deaths run in my family. I think max is like 60 for a lot of people. But my grandpa passed away at 60. That was tough. But I just want to leave something just a documentation of my life, my voice, my words, my stories for my kids and their kids, which finally made it to the age where I get to have kids. I got a boy right now, and I'm sure I'm going to have plenty more along the ways, and hopefully one day I get to see my grandkids and hopefully my great-grandkids. But
yeah,
I know if I never leave them money, if this never goes nowhere, if I'm still living week by week in a mechanic life or the blue-collar life, slinging a hammer or something, the hell with that. But
yeah, it's hot.
Gone now, what I tell you. But I just want to leave something back for them to kind of remember me by, and something I can watch whenever I'm older. Is like a lot of times memories slip, dude.
Oh yeah, you lose.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Things that
and then something
randomly will happen. You're like, that's a really good memory.
Yeah.
How did I forget about that?
Yeah,
But this is just something I just wanted to document my life and things I go to. I live a pretty average life. I wake up at 5, I drip coffee, pour a little whiskey in there, and I go to work. Shout out to Mechanic Life for teaching me that.
Yeah, right. A little bit of that.
But nah, bro. So that's all it is. I just wanted a documentation of my life, my journey, where I've been, where I'm going. I leave a lot of messages in my songs that only my kids are gonna be able to understand. Kind of like parables and stuff, metaphors. I don't know the technical term. Whatever they call it in the Bible is what I leave back.
Yeah.
I'm trying to write a book right now. I try to write a couple books. Some some apocalyptical type stuff. I wrote a couple of those when I was I was living in Texas at the time. I had like a 400-page book going on. I don't know where the laptop went that I wrote the book.
Damn.
But it was the sun blew up. We all climbed up on this big ass ship and went to another universe or whatever, and landed there. There were zombies. It was just everything you could think of. Anything I could think of while I wrote it down.
Hell yeah.
I got a really good zombie apocalyptical plan too. Like what I'm gonna do if there's a zombie apocalypse, I got a plan.
Yeah.
I got this. It is set in stone, boy.
It's fucking happening.
I mean, I'm already preparing for it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just kind of waiting for your day.
Just waiting for the day. Like,
Yeah.
when the day comes that there's a zombie outbreak and they take over Los Angeles, that's it, boy. Come on, baby, come to South Louisiana. It's going down in the bayou. I just hope I don't run out of beer.
Go fucking find a fucking Busch Light truck.
Oh yeah, boy. Then it's fair game.
Oh yeah.
People breaking into the stores and they probably stealing cash or something. Hell no, boy. I'm going
to
straight to the beer.
Yeah.
Where is the cold section at?
Yeah. Going fucking rouses.
Lead me to the Busch Lattes, baby. Man, look. Tell me, dog, I can't wait for the day. That is going to be like, that's going to be Tadpole Day. We're declaring it right now. If there's ever a zombie apocalypse, it's going to be known as Tadpole Day. Because I'm probably going to be the first one to go. If we're being honest.
Yeah. Probably going to be fucked up.
I'm going to walk up to this dude like, hey man, you want a CD?
Well, hey, $5, buy my mixtape.
I mean, I'll be over there fucking with the zombies and I'd be like, bite this, bro. He'd bite it and I just shotgun it. And bam, I die from the infections.
Fuck it. Too fucked up to care.
I just hope there's video cameras for somebody to see that stuff.
Somebody's gonna be watching.
You know how cool it'd be though if there's a zombie apocalypse and we still had electricity?
How long would it last though?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Here in South Louisiana, them poor babies.
We got some fucking shitty ass fucking energy.
And fucking energy. You know my light bill was $700 this month.
Shoo!
You know next month is probably gonna be $700. I don't even make $700 in a month. What is this?
What the fuck?
I mean, they sticking there with no lube right now.
Oh yeah, they going raw dogging.
Man, but look, the thing about a zombie apocalypse is you got a dead corpse walking around.
Yeah. Ain't got no brains.
Well, what happens to a dead corpse? They rot. Well, what happens in South Louisiana? I got a live corpse and I fucking rot every single day.
Ooh, you imagine the fucking smell?
Can you imagine the swamp ass on these poor zombies? I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if they could feel, but boy, they gonna be rubbing raw.
Rotten flesh, fucking
man,
getting heated up in the fucking sun.
I give it 3 days, boy. They gonna come to the bayou and they just gonna drop. Boy, we got that hot heat down here.
Hell yeah! Imagine a fucking a zombie alligator or a rougarou.
Oh, a zombie rougarou? I ain't messing with it.
I ain't fucking with it.
I don't mess with a rougarou.
Hell no.
Saw a rougarou one time. I'll be happy if I never see one again.
Shit.
And I didn't even see the whole damn thing. I just saw the eye.
Yeah, you just see it looking up at you.
Man, I'll be glad if I never see another one in my lifetime. Matter of fact, I'll probably never even launch off with a Rudock boat launch again.
Oh, yeah. Rudock? Hell no.
Well,
not at night.
Oh, hell no. We was back there in the alligator branch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it's actually called, but it looks like you take alligator tracks in the mud. So it's kind of like, it's got like the 3 breaks off of it, whatever. We was down one of the breaks frogging. And I saw that eye, boy. Messed my mind. I didn't know what it was at the time.
Yeah, you just see it looking at you.
Oh, dude, I was in here with earlier. Old fat boy, I ain't gonna name his name, cause he might try to sue me. I'm just kidding. But old fat boy was telling me about this creature that he saw at his camp. I was like, man, it's kind of similar to what I saw. And he said, that's the rougarou. I was like, the fuck is a rougarou?
Yeah, ain't never heard of that shit.
I'm from North Louisiana.
Yeah.
We had crackheads.
That
What the hell is a rougarou? You know what I'm saying? We had swamps, but we had Coochie Break up there. Coochie Break was about a 10-mile long, width swamp that stretched out for a little ways. After that, it was national forest.
Yeah.
Had like mountains.
Solid ground.
Had mountains and waterfalls.
Yeah, we ain't got that.
Well, we ain't had we had Black Mountain. Pretty cool. Black Mountain.
I never heard of it.
Well, the road is actually so is to me and my people is known as White Rock Road. But the road itself is actually called Black Mountain Road. So back in the day after the Civil War, the Yankees came and burned everything. They burned everything down. Matter of fact, they burned down Ponchatoula.
Yeah.
So they burned down a lot of towns in North Louisiana, which fuck them guys. But it caught the national forest. What today is considered a national forest.
Back then it was just woods.
Back then it was just woods.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People went through there and killed deer and shit and fed their family.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they burned the woods down, and that's whenever they found this gigantic ass hill. Nobody knew it was back there, dude. It was like the biggest hill within a 100 square mile radius.
Yeah, I mean, shit, Louisiana, it just goes down. You don't expect to see something that goes up.
once you pass like A-Meat,
yeah,
that's it.
Yeah.
Everything south of A-Meat is just flat.
Yeah.
It's just a steady decline until you reach New
Water.
Orleans. You hit New Orleans, you dip off in that bowl, you know what I'm saying? You come up, pop a fucking willy, and then bam, you're in the Gulf. Yeah, that's it.
New Orleans is just fucked.
After the Civil War, they burned everything down. They just, they're looking out there like, what the hell is this? There's just this big ass black fucking hill. It was black because everything was burned.
Yeah, all the ash.
So, old Joe, he climbs up on top of this hill and he's like, man, I can see everything. It's like a mountain up here, boy. So he's like, what am I going to call it? He says, Black Mountain. So, yeah, that's the story behind that one. It's a pretty cool road to ride down. It's, you ride down this curvy ass stretch of nothing but dirt roads, and finally you reach this point way up there, and you could, on a good spot, especially down the power lines, you can see it's nothing but downhill from there.
Yeah.
But then once you top that hill, you turn around, you fly down the hill after that. It's pretty fun. I've been fortunate enough not to ever wreck my truck. I think my dad ran from the cops back there one time and got away from them.
Shit.
You can't do that nowadays, boy. You can't outrun that Motorola.
That Motorola be talking.
Motorola be catching you, boy. Like,
yeah.
What's your 20? Chasing after this dude right now. What you doing? You know what I'm saying? Where you at? You need a hand? Yeah, he's on up a couple miles ahead, but I'm following the dust trails. Well, I'll go catch him. All right, 10-4.
Yeah.
And then you screwed.
Well, I guess this is it for the first episode.
Well, yeah, I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in to, what I call it again? The Tadpole Show. Episode 1. Like I said, shout out to the Bush Lattes. Bush, the official beer of the lattes.
Official beer of men.
The official beer of men. If you ain't got a bush in your hand, you ain't a man. Yeah, man, I got 3/4 of this beer, and I've been talking so much that it done got hot from the heat on my hands. So, tell you how we're gonna do this. Got this old black old timers knife, and I think these things come very shiny way back in the day. So we're just gonna do a little
chug a lug.
get that airflow in there. You know what I'm saying?